Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the update for today, the 11th of April, 2026. This morning I worked in the accounting office. It was a 5 to 2 day, like many of my days are, and honestly, this was a good accounting day. Everything was within balance, nothing to research, no problems, no hiccups, no weird reports, nothing messed up with the lottery. Honestly, just a good day. Nothing really much to say about it. And when you're talking about accounting office, no news is good news. So, no news, good day. And got through in a respectable period of time, 4 hours and 33 minutes. Anything under 5 hours is considered good. I mean, of course, they want us to focus on being accurate and finding answers. We need be more than just being quick. But that being said, still like to brag when there's a good time. So 4 hours, 33 minutes. But that being said, that was not the highlight of my day. Or at least the highlight of the business day. Had nothing to do with me. This day is one of the more unique promotions of the year at my store. They do an event that I call Free Dirt Day. Basically, the gist of Free Dirt Day, and this has been a thing that's gone on ever since I've been with the company, so 25 years at least. And I seem to recall it being a thing like even before I worked for them. But the gist of Free Dirt Day is you come in and you buy a small, like a pansy or, some other type of small plant. And if you have a planter with you or you buy a planter or whatever, they'll give you some free dirt, potting soil. And one of our planting specialists, one of our team from the garden and seasonal section, will plant those for you. It's a thing that they do one morning a year. I think it was like 7 to 4 are the normal hours for it. In some years, they've actually run out of free dirt quite early. I don't think they actually ran out this year, but anyway, the whole thing is a spectacle. And one of those things where, well, for instance, it's just unique enough. And I'm a big believer in like checking out anything that's just outside the ordinary that goes on at that store. And so I meander down there on my lunch break, just kind of to see what's going on. And, because I knew I was going to be making a video and I knew I was going to be riffing about this. So I wanted to make sure the layout was kind of what I thought it still was. Because the last thing that I would want is to post this and one of my colleagues to clap back and be like, you never actually even went out there. That's not actually how it was set up. I call BS on that. So I go out there on my at the end of my lunch break to look and check out the whole situation and the look of this year's Free Dirt Day so that I could riff about it in a video afterwards. I've mentioned in previous episodes that a lot of times on accounting days, if I do get a relatively short time, well, if I get a time that's less than the full shift in most cases, I will then walk up and ask the boss, if they need anything, if there's any other way I can assist or whatever. And so today, I usually do this after taking a lunch break. So after my lunch break, I head back over from the garden center and ask what they need me to do. And the boss asks, would you be okay with doing carts? Excellent. I actually love cart duty. I know I've mentioned that several times. I love it. I'll take it any time I get it. So sure, boss. Where shall I do carts? Garden. Cool. So I landed dealing with the carts from Free Dirt Day. Shockingly, you must be shocked to hear that on Free Dirt Day, some of the carts that were being used on Free Dirt Day accumulated dirt. Shocking, I know, right? And this is something that happened at least twice. Bringing in carts, and customers are looking through the, some of the other carts that are dirty and making unsatisfied comments about the fact that there's dirt in the carts. Yes, there's clean ones over there, but they're... And then they go and take one of the clean ones and immediately go and get in the line for the free dirt. Now, I am not somebody who plants stuff. I'm not going to be posting a video from like my balcony down there where there's like a bunch of plants growing. So if the objective is to obtain free dirt, and there's some leftover free dirt from somebody else in the cart, wouldn't that like be bonus free dirt? Instead of a complaint about the fact that there is somebody else's free dirt left in the cart that you're going to pick up and then wheel over to get your own free dirt? And mind you, we're still talking about dirt. Sorry. High quality, nutrient infused or whatever potting soil. Dirt, okay? Anyway. And that's a thing that goes on every year on Free Dirt Day too. So, it's just part of the deal. That being said, honestly, this year they actually themed Free Dirt Day. I don't know whose decision this was, if it was like a local decision, or if it was like a company thing, but they themed it. And at our location, it was, they themed it after Alice in Wonderland. And so there was a moment around 11 o'clock this morning. There's, there's a line of 15 or so customers waiting patiently with plants in a line to acquire dirt, which is being scooped by these big guys with shovels. And then other people, after they get past the big guys with the shovels, then they go in and they get into another line where the planting actually takes place. And the cool thing about this is that the people that were involved with the planting, as well as a couple of their superiors, and this is like the whole garden center squad. The couple of people that the gals that I always associate with watering the plants, some of the really coolest people in our department, honestly, work in garden or in our store, work in garden and seasonal. And of course, the super cool people that I have also name checked on here before. But anyway, our garden and seasonal section, and they all came dressed up as like Alice in Wonderland. And our garden watering ladies, Linda and Alicia, and our garden manager, Dina, who was the Mad Hatter, and we had Alice in the God, what was Linda? The March Hare. And then their boss was the Queen of Hearts. The manager of garden or the entire home division being the person that can run around shouting "Paint the roses," the dirt sale. But anyway, and so then I'm then moving all these moving carts along, and then somebody starts blaring "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes" in our parking lot as it's transitioning from a downpour into in the warmth, with the March Hare and the Mad Hatter running around and all these. As a long-term retail person, just the mental image of this is so beyond anything that we see on a normal basis that it just cracks me up. And and Liliana, another one who's one of our managers over there doing this planting as well, and it's just a hilarious scene, and I have to thank them for entertaining me today. Anyway, thanks for joining me all the way to the end. Have a great